Hello everyone, just wanted to know, I had an idea. I mean, which is a good idea, but it's not a great idea. And I'm going to tell you to use some caution. So I was thinking the other day, and I was saying, why not use one of my GoPros, and put it on the back. That way I can see if there's anything coming up. The only thing that you need to worry about is that the image in the back is going to be mirrored, okay? So do not rely on that to change lanes. Verify your mirrors. Now, where do I think this is going to come in handy? Well, I think this will come in handy just to kind of see if there's somebody behind you, like if you're at a traffic light. But other than that, you know, I don't recommend using it to change lanes or anything like that. See, right now I'm able to see that, you know, nobody's behind me. I'm just gonna go on this ride to test drive it. So again, you know, sometimes I don't feel like riding fast, especially today. It's like really windy, and I just kind of like to take my time. But if I want to know if there's a car behind me, this is a great way to do it. Again, warning, do not use this to change lanes, because it is mirrored and you will get confused. And if that's going to be a problem for you, I'm just telling you right now, don't use it. Only use it to see what's directly behind you. And the wind is really pushing me around. Again, perfect. Nobody behind me. I guess one of the things that you can do is, if there's any cars in either lane, I mean, you could just verify what side they're on. Whoa. My helmet's getting like blown around, and I guess I shouldn't have gone over all those potholes either. Now another thing is, I haven't posted that much because nobody really watches my videos, so I don't find a reason, well, I don't have the motivation to post. You know, it's a lot of work to post and then nobody watches them. So now here, like, I'm just gonna be able to see if there's anyone directly behind me, and I see a car coming up. If you take a look at it, and that's a perfect example. And now these cars, you know, I know they're on my right side, okay? I know those on my right side. So, I mean, if your brain works like that, perfect. I used to fly a drone, so my brain can work like that. But if you're not used to it, again, I've told you this about 3 or 4 times. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on YouTube. People just like to hate. Oh, that's no dang, why you do that, blah blah blah. I mean, come on guys, it's just an idea. When they have that mirror function available on the Quick app, then it'll be simple. Then you could just mirror the screen. And I'm actually looking at ways if I could just kind of flip my iPhone screen to where everything is backwards, but that will make sure that will tell me which way the camera is, right? So cars on my right and the back are going to be on my right, cars on my left are going to be on my left. So this is another good example where, you know, I think it's really good to just kind of see if there's somebody coming up behind me, and if I think that person's gonna stop. And you can see there's another car that's behind me, and I was able to verify it in the mirror. So look here, look in the mirror. I don't see it on in my right mirror, but I see it here, and I see it in my left mirror. If you guys start watching my videos, I'll post more. Me and my friend Frankie from Frankie's World, we both kind of struggle with this. Again, you know, focus on the road. And I'm using a RAM mount for the GoPro in the back, and I also have a shad case on it. I'll show you the setup, you know, after I get back to the house, or maybe I'll film it, you know, another day. One thing I am gonna change is I'm gonna change the view, so you know it's not such a super view. The engine brake on the AK really, you know, like works well. No cars behind me. I am liking this. Car on my right there, I saw that. And I guess another thing that you could see, if there's any cars that are appearing in this, then look left and right, and then you know there's a car. I mean, if it's clear, see, I see a car behind me. A car is following me into this area. Man, it always smells good. By the way, I started a diet and I've lost 10 pounds, but I'm pretty heavy from where I was. I'm 240 down to 230 now. And this is my gym over here, but I can't come because of the Omicron virus, and you know, it's spreading. 6 of my family members, you know, got the virus. Luckily they're okay, but my uncle did pass away from COVID, and that was when COVID first came out. We didn't have the vaccine, and he's a perfectly healthy guy. And again, I can see there's absolutely nobody behind me. Man, I hope the GoPro is recording. Oh, that's the other thing. When you're in live view for the GoPro in the back, you cannot record at the same time. So just keep that in mind. I'm not stopping at the parking lot stop signs. But here you gotta watch out. That's why they have those mirrors. And when I go, I like to have all the lanes clear sometimes. Again, remember, if I look at the right side, that's going to be the left lane there, okay? But again, in this situation, there's no cars on my left or my right. So again, I don't have anyone behind me. And I have a car on the right hand side. Verify it in the mirror. Alright. I mean, just word to the wise. I mean, this is not, I'm not telling you to do this. Don't blame me if anything happens and you get confused. It's just an idea that I have, and I think it's going to be better if you could do it and flip the screen. There's a car right there. Look for these guys. Now as I'm slowing down, that's another opportunity to kind of check, you know, vehicles approaching. I know there's a vehicle on my left hand side coming up. And see, I'm already used to that, right? It's already in my mindset that to just kind of keep an eye out. No vehicles behind me, so kind of take my time. The wind is blowing me around everywhere. Whoa. That wind is blowing about 30 miles per hour. Man, these guys should have gave a sign, unless I missed it, that they were going to have cones set out. All I saw was cones come up right away. I didn't see a sign. I'll have to go back to the footage to see if there was a sign. Hopefully they're fixing that road, and that's what the cones are for. I catch up to that guy. There's a car coming up behind me. And also just remember that the vehicles are a lot closer than the camera shows. I'm really getting pushed around with this wind. And it's not too bad, but like, you know, well, it actually is bad. But what it is that you get these huge gusts of wind, and then you got a horrible road as well. So with the gust of wind, it kind of throws you around, and because of the buildings and also the way everything is, you'll get caught off guard whether the gust is on your coming from your left or your right. I kind of know where the manhole covers are, and I always try to avoid them. Man, I gotta duck down a little bit. My helmet's getting thrown around from the right hand side. Did you see that? It's a huge gust of wind. Hey, I guess I could tell if my camera falls off right in the back. Again, nobody behind me and nobody in the right lane. And watch out for these guys that don't know how to use a roundabout and that don't see you in the front. Now I'm slowing down. I guess you guys don't really need to know when I'm slowing down. Now I see this truck behind me, but nobody in the right lane, so we'll see if he's gonna pass me or not, or if I just keep up with the traffic on the bumpy ass road. I don't see him like really close to me. In my opinion, I like it. I like the setup. I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. You know, also kind of hurt my left hand the other day. My wife's having me do all this work, and I was trying to put up a shelf with one hand, and it was a little bit of a heavier shelf, and I had to try to hold it up from the end of it. Here's another example of no cars behind me. A lot of times these sensors don't pick me up. Now I'm not gonna cut the video because of anything, but I just want you to kind of see the camera. Hopefully you guys can see it and kind of get an idea. And like I said, these sensors never pick me up unless I move to the back of them or then to the right of them. As if it picks me up. But now there's a car behind me and it worked. Alright, this is where I'm going to cut off the video right here. You don't need to see me entering the gate. So, I mean, you could try this out if you want.